club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again.
Continue though. So when but this particular time when we were rioting in the streets, y'all remember when they broke into Walmart and they were stealing the TVs and stealing all the stuff from out of Walmart? What does that have to do with someone's death?
Nothing.
That's called an astonishment.
Right.
They did not do that because our brother died in the streets. They did it because they wanted to. They were stealing. Okay? That's called an astonishment.
Right.
Because that had nothing to do with his death. Read.
A proverb?
A proverb is an old wise saying. How you doing, brother? You come up close, man.
Good, bro.
Okay, all right. What's your name?
Good, bro. I'm just spectating, bro.
All right, you spell. Okay, all right. Okay, so it says a proverb. A proverb is an old wise saying. Okay, I'm gonna give you one, and y'all help me finish it. If you don't want a black man to know something, put it in a
Book.
In a book. Why? Because they like to say what?
We don't read.
We don't read. That's
Read
a
out.
proverb. You know, it's another proverb that black people like watermelon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Chicken and watermelon. You know what I'm saying? That's a proverb. You know, let me tell you, Juneteenth, that's a joke. I'm going to tell you why. They take it as a joke. They just made Juneteenth watermelon salad.
Right.
You see that? Juneteenth watermelon salad. Why I gotta be watermelon salad? Because they know you curse. The Most High God says you a proverb, and He gonna put it in your face. Read.
And a byword.
It says, and a byword. A byword is anything you call yourself out of your God-given name. Whereas the Most High God says you are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Yet you say I'm an African American or I'm black. Those are bywords. Tamika, let me see if you caught on to it. Because I had mentioned it earlier. What's another byword? I said your name right, Tamika? Okay. What's another byword? It's your last name.
Kelly.
Kelly is a byword. What's your last name, bro? You see that? Your last name is a byword. How do I know? Because that name was given to you during slavery.
Right.
Your last name is proof that slavery happened.
Right.
Because you were owned by the Kellys. You understand that? You were owned by whatever your last name is. You know what I'm saying? That's proof. Those are called bywords. That is a curse that was put upon you. Read.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
It says, among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. So no matter where you go, remember, sis, the scriptures, we read in the scriptures earlier that it said that we are scattered, right? Right. Okay? It says, among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. So you know what that tells me? That tells me, no matter where I go, there is a term, a word in every language for nigga.
Yep.
No matter whither the Lord shall lead thee, you are going to be a byword.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It says the Most High God will bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now, whoever saw Prince of Egypt, show of hands. You know, let me tell you something. I'll be shocked when I hear that people didn't see the Prince of Egypt, because when I was growing up, I remember that movie. But I'm only quoting that movie to prove a point. But how did we get out of the Egyptian slavery when the children of Israel went in Egypt? What did Moses do? With the staff, he parted the Red Sea, right? Okay, did we go by boat or did we walk? We walked, right? We walked out of Egypt. So that Egypt is not talking about the physical land. That Egypt means something. It's Latin for something. Read what you got. We're about to give you the understanding right here.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God.
Stop. The scripture says, I got to smile on this one because I know my brother's going to brag about it. But I don't care. It says, the scripture says, I am the Lord thy God. That thy, and I think I told one of y'all too earlier, thy means your. The Most High God is always establishing that he is your God. He is not the God of the other nations.
Right.
This is something that our people, for some reason, when we read that part, that the Most High God does not love everyone, he's not a God of all nations, our people just can't grasp that they just can't grasp that in their minds. You know why? Because we so much want to fight for equality. Okay? Martin Luther King said he had a dream that white boys and black boys would hold hands and skip in the streets. Yeah, look how long it's been. We ain't doing that. They still killing us.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
Okay, our people need to stop being insane. Our people are insane. Okay, insane is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome.
Right.
Why are you still doing that? It's never going to happen. Okay, go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Uh-huh.
out of the house of bondage.
Egypt is the house of bondage. What's another word for bondage? Huh?
Slavery.
Slavery.
Jail.
Right.
Locked up.
Right, go ahead.
Bondage is when you bonded.
Right. That's slavery captivity. Now go back to what I had you holding.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That Egypt slavery again with ships. Okay? Let's say y'all like, I still don't believe that we the children of Israel. Who went into slavery on ships? Who? That's a big question. Who went into slavery on ships?
Bring it up.
If not us, then who? You
Teach
can't
us.
name me one. You know why? Because it only happened to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right.
The Most High God prophesied that to happen. Okay? Read that. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The same way Moses said that these curses will happen to you. Okay? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We're not going to see the motherland again. What's the motherland? Africa, right? Let's put some sense to this. Why do you think they say Africa? Now, the motherland is in Africa. It's a specific part of Africa. But why do you think they say the motherland is Africa? Remember, I read earlier in Psalms 83 says that they are in consent to keep you hidden, to keep your nationality away from you. They don't want you to know that you're an Israelite.
Right.
This is why they say the motherland is Africa. Because they want you to associate yourself with the people that sold you into slavery. The Africans.
So I got a question. So God loved us so much. Why do we have to suffer over 400 years?
Yes.
Why do we have to what?
Why do we have to suffer over 400 years?
Why do we have to suffer,
You
right?
say we don't follow the commandments. You know what I'm saying?
Are we still suffering?
But we are still suffering.
We are still suffering. Let me finish this and I'm going to answer your question, okay? Because this is a product of suffering right here. Go ahead.
The book of Galatians, chapter
No. Finish 68.
verse 68. Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Slavery by ships. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
You're not going to see the motherland again,
And there,
which is the motherland is Israel. Okay, go ahead.
and there, ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So, Zoe wants to know, why are we still suffering? Why were we sold to our enemies?
For bondman
For a slave man
and bondwomen,
and slave woman.
and no man shall buy you.
All right? And upon being sold, no man bought us, meaning redeemed. Okay? Because we were bought out by the white man. They weren't selling us, but that buy in this script here, it means redeemed, meaning saved. Okay? Don't you know that the very thought of wondering why, that is part of a curse that's put upon us? I'm gonna prove it. Give me verse 48. No, 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
It says these curses will be upon you for a sign. You want to know who you are? These curses will tell you who you are. Because what does a sign do? I know, huh?
Gives you direction.
It gives you directions. It points you to something. So these curses are pointing you to the fact that you are an Israelite.
Right. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
And for a wonder. The very thought process you're having, why is this happening? The scriptures is answering it right here. It's because you're an Israelite. Go ahead.
And upon thy seed forever.
And earlier I asked you, are we still suffering? The scripture says it will be upon your seed forever. Okay, meaning it's going to happen to your children.
Right.
We want to get out of this captivity, right? Right. Now, why is this happening? Read on.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Why is this happening? Because we didn't serve the Most High God with joyfulness and gladness of heart.
Right.
Okay? We were doing it like it was a burden upon us. But the Most High God only gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Read.
For the abundance of all things. Therefore,
for the abundance of all things. This earth was literally made for us.
Right.
For the abundance of all things, you're not going to serve God? Read.
Therefore, shalt thou serve.
So the Most High God said, fine, I chose you, and you don't want to serve me, therefore,
shalt thou serve thine enemies.
You are going to serve your enemies.
Right.
Okay? You want to know why you're in captivity? Because you did not keep God's laws, statutes, commandments. The Most High God said, fine, you don't want to serve me? Fine, you're going to serve your enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall sin against thee.
Which the Most High God sent against you. Why? Because it is a punishment against you for what you did, for what we did. Read.
And hunger.
It says you're going to serve your enemies in hunger.
And in thirst. And in nakedness.
It says you're going to serve your enemies for hunger, thirst, and nakedness. What's up, bro?
What do we deserve to be punished?
You broke God's commandments. That's what you did. I'm going to show you some commandments in a little bit. But let me finish this verse. Let's put some history into this now. Okay? Remember, when back in slavery, right? When they were starving us, okay? And we grovel. Grovel means to, you're on your knees and you crawl into them. You beg, right? We were begging for food and water. Did that not happen to us? Right. So we had to go to our enemies for that, right? That's fact. That's true, right? Let me ask you a question. Do we do that now?
In a sense.
Yeah.
In a sense.
The prices of chicken.
I love
It's just
when
modern day slavery.
Prices now.
Right, huh?
It's modern day slavery.
It's modern day slavery. Now we have money, okay, to go get food and water. But what happens when you don't have your money? Are you going to get that food and water?
Nope.
No.
You gotta work for the money.
You got to work for it.
And
now,
water
what
is
about,
free.
Now, some of our people like to be wise in their sayings and doings. What about you don't got no money to get a water bottle? What about getting it from your faucet? We could do that, right? We get water, put a little purifier up there and get water, right? But what's gonna happen when you don't pay for that water bill? What they gonna do? So guess what you're doing? You still going to your slave slave masters, your own, because they own the water.
Right.
They own all these water distributions, all these food places that they burning down. They own it. Okay? We are still in captivity. That curse is still upon us. Mind you, I'm going to show you an example. Because earlier I read in verse 46 that it shall be upon your seed forever. Did y'all exist when our foreparents were picking cotton? Were y'all around? No. But yet you still have to go to your enemies for food and water.
Right.
That's being upon your seed forever.
Right.
The curses are upon your seed forever. And guess what? Y'all have children?
Yep.
Guess what? When they grow up, when they become adults, guess what they're going to have to go get their food and water?
Get out.
Are you proud of that? Are you happy about that? Don't you want that to stop? You want that to stop, right? So what must we do? That's the next question. That's
Start
a big
owning our
question.
own stuff.
Huh?
Start owning our own stuff.
But we did that.
When?
Right.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah, they burned
Right.
that down.
We did that, right? What did they do?
Burnt that down.
So guess what? That's not the answer. That's not the answer. You know what the answer is? I'm going to show you. Give me Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Because I know a lot of times, people out there, you know what I'm saying? They probably wondering, dang, why are these people so loud? Right? Give me what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Stop. Hey, this book It's all about order and structure. It steps to this thing. Watch this.
Cry aloud.
The scripture says, cry aloud. This is why we are loud, okay? Because it shows a sign of authority, okay? Read.
Spare not.
It says, spare not. Some people are going to come up here. They're not going to like what's being said, okay? They're going to speak against this truth. But because they don't like it, you think we're supposed to stop? No. The scripture says, spare not, meaning we're not going to spare your feelings.
Right.
So what if you tired of hearing about slavery?
Right.
I don't care. It happened to us. Right. You want to hear it. Read.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
A trumpet. Is that quiet or is it very loud? It's very loud, my bad, brother. Okay? It's very loud. Okay? This is why we are loud. Read.
And shew my people.
It says, and show my people
their transgression.
Their transgressions. Did y'all hear the order in that? The Most High God says, first he says, show my people. You have to know who you are first. You have to know why do you belong? Why were you chosen? You have to know your nationality first. And
right.
It steps to this thing.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.